with your host, Dana Holmes.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Widow's Peak. I'm your host, Dana Holmes. Today, we're talking about friendships. And with me, I am so excited to introduce you to my great circle. There was only 2 other times that I said what I'm about to say, y'all, that I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Okay? The first time I said that was when I met my husband after my date. The second time I said that was right before I walked down the aisle. So the third time I'm saying it is because I'm introducing my great friends, my family, my extended family. Y'all represent so much and you guys are so much to me that, okay, I'm going to hold back the tears. So on the phone, I have my friend, my long time friend, Alicia Hill-Jones. Alicia and I met each other 50-something years ago, but we really don't know when we met. Our older sisters were best friends, and when we were babies, we were introduced. So there's not a day that I can remember not having Alicia there or knowing her. Isn't that crazy? I don't know when I met that woman.
Hi.
And also joining me is one of my favorite people. I love this woman. From the first time we met, our husbands introduced us. When we were attending the Potter's House Church, I think she was like 7 months pregnant at the time. And Sherwanna Clarke.
Hi, my sister from another mother.
Yes, you are. Sharron and I have known each other for over 25 years. Like I said, she was about 7 or 6 months pregnant when we met. And we became like instant friends, and our husbands were best friends. And I remember this one day she invited me out to the mall, and I thought we were just shopping, but she was interviewing me for a godmother spot, y'all.
Oh.
And I earned it. She's also the godmother, her and her husband are godparents of our youngest, Amira. And I'm sorry, Alicia is the godmother of my oldest, Erica. So, oh wow, I love that woman. And Sharron Jones is also here representing.
Hello.
She's representing my church friends. Sharron and I met about 23 years ago. We were volunteer youth leaders at the Potter's House.
Don't know what we were thinking.
What were we thinking? We had to become instant friends because we had to go to battle together. Right?
That is so true.
Oh my God. Yeah, those days were the best. We're going to reminisce a little bit on that. And then last but not least, coming in, bringing up the rear, is my friend and my road dog, ride or die.
Okay. Come on, keep it coming.
Just as crazy as I am. She brings in the crazy side of me. You all represent different sides of me, but Kanyatta Edwards.
Woo! Hey, everybody.
Kanyatta and I met some like 13, 14 years ago. No, I'm sorry, 15 years ago.
Something like that.
Something like that. And we were in the same community.
Yes.
The Housewives of Grand Peninsula.
That's right.
And we had a ball.
We had a ball.
Yes, we did. That was like Stepford Wife type of thing, right?
It
like,
was.
you know, it was Green Acres.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But Kanyatta is very close to my family. Wow, she stepped in and has been a part of our family for a long time. My youngest referred to her as, or we all referred to her as Nana K.
Many different titles.
Many different titles, right? And during your time off from your disability,
That's right.
if you want to share that story, you can share that story because you were my hero
Girl.
when I watched that video. During your time off, you stepped in and you helped us a lot with Amira.
Yeah.
Boy, you did.
We'll talk about it.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, ladies, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
It was so important for me to do a podcast episode on friendships because I believe where you are, you don't get there alone. And friendships are so important.
Yes.
You know, I was also reading, there's some research that says that women live longer when they have friends. I thought it was like a spouse. Didn't they used to say that about spouses as well?
I never heard that about a spouse, but
But it says science confirms that women reap health benefits from friendships. Yeah.
and I believe it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And 98% of women have best friends versus only 85% of men. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Right. And you know, I believe in, I have friends as, you know, like a plethora, from 50 years up until now. I just like to, when I meet great people that challenge me and that help me grow and we basically fortify one another, I like to keep them around. I do. And you guys are truthful, you're honest, and you tell me about myself as well. So that's always great
Both
to
ways.
have.
Yes, both ways.
That's powerful.
Alicia, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Well, I am a preschool teacher at an early childhood education center. I have 4 children. I'm about to say 7. I have 4 children of my own, and I'm a grandmom of 7 grandchildren. And
Wow. And you don't look a day over
think my new
25.
hobby Thank you. I think my new hobby is now is hanging with my grandchildren.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And Sherwanna, you're up next. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So I am Sherwanna. I am a mother of 4. Lauren, Brianna, Morgan, and Christopher. We have 1 boy. He's a senior in high school, so it's the last of the Mohicans that are about to leave the home. I have 2 grandchildren, Eden and Anaya. Eden is about 8 months, and Anaya is 2 going on 3 this month. Been married to Ian, my husband, for about 29 years. And I work I'm a pharmacist by training, but I don't work in pharmacy. I'm actually over operations for one of the pharmaceutical companies, and have been doing that for about 20 plus years. So, yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Sharron, share something about yourself and who you are. Tell our audience who you are, lady. Y'all, she came in here glamorous. Sharron is always
All the time.
put together, coordinated.
Okay,
Yes.
ladies, okay.
Yes. and I'm sorry, you'll tell us a little bit about yourself, but your late husband, y'all all coordinated, always together. Anyway, but go ahead, share.
Okay, like she said, this is Sharron. I am a mother of 2. I also, I work for a military company, human resource department. And my hobbies are shop, and love being around family and friends. I was married for 29 years. We did a lot of things together, so I guess we was inseparable. But it's an adjustment. But
You're here.
I'm here.
You're peaking. We're going to talk about that peaking.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. And Kanyatta,
All right.
tell us, lady, about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm Kanyatta. I'm from the great state of Louisiana. No, not New Orleans, but Shreveport. I am 45 years old. I am a wife, been married for 19 years. I am a mother of 2 wonderful, intelligent, athletic boys. One's 23, getting ready to graduate, get his bachelor's Friday the 13th, and then he has a scholarship he will pursue his master's coming up soon. And then my last little baby boy, that boy, he is 20 and he's getting ready to transition to his new college where he has a scholarship also. Technician for probably about 12 years until an unfortunate accident, which I can no longer perform that job, and I've been off work for 5 years.
Wow.
Oh, it's been wonderful.
Yeah.
But now it's time to get back with it. So I just got hired to become a flight attendant.
Yay!
Awesome.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
We're so excited about that. Oh my God. I think since I met you, I was like, you look like a flight attendant. You're like, you could be a flight attendant.
And
Yes, he does.
see, everybody says
You got that attitude, that quick wit, you know, like
Yeah.
I said, put your seat up, you know. You speak very sternly. You give people that look, but
Yes.
you also have that beautiful smile, personality, customer service.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So that's different from working with animals.
Yes, it is. Because I was behind the scenes. I didn't really deal with the customers too much, so I love that part.
Yeah.
And just talking with the animals is
Yeah.
what I really enjoy. But it's time for a shift, and
Great. So I'm excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And when you say Shreveport, you know, I always think of Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
Yeah. Ray
Ray
Low.
Lay
Yeah, 'cause
Ray Low.
you're from Shreveport.
Shreveport.
Okay. I told y'all we just a little crazy. We have a little fun. We have a lot of fun together.
Yes.
And all of y'all represent, I think, like characteristics of me. You know, we're all Christians.
Of
we're all
course.
Christians. We're all believers.
Yes.
And I call her Alicia, y'all. It's Alicia, but I call her Alicia.
Yes, she says Alicia.
Okay. All right. And is Sherwanna, I hope Sherwanna didn't drop. Sherwanna, are you still on? I think that might be her trying to get back on, y'all. Let me get Sherwanna back on the line. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Great. So Alicia is 1 year older than me, and I'm going to tell everybody that until the day I leave this earth. Alicia is 1 year older than me. Alicia bullied me. Alicia taught me a lot of life lessons. I'm just going to say, Alicia taught me life lessons. She taught me how to fight and flight, right? Or flight and fight, whatever. Fight and flight, right? Alicia was a bully because she had 11 siblings.
Oh my God.
And she had a little mean streak sometimes, but she was really pleasant. I can't tell. You can tell? I can't. You can't tell?
Mhm.
Okay. Alicia and I both also received Christ together.
Okay.
Alicia's older sister, one of her sisters, led us to Christ. Okay. So we shared that. And Alicia and I, we had, we got married at the same time, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, Alicia, you want to tell that story?
Yes.
You want to tell that story, Alicia?
Oh, sure. We got married. Oh, in such a beautiful location as well.
Beautiful arrangement.
Yes. Beautiful location. It had lots of weeds, dandelions, and
Yes.
bats. I believe it was plastic bats that we played baseball
Yes,
with
we
in
had
the
the bats.
alleyway. In the alleyway with two of our best friends that we grew up with
Yes.
in the neighborhood.
Yes. And not only that, we married when we got married to these little boys that we grew up with. We were about 11. No, we were probably like 10 and 11, right? Not only did we
Yes, I would
marry
say
them,
about 10.
but my groom, right? He spit. He liked to spit, y'all, on the concrete. I told Alicia, I can't do this. I can't do this. So Alicia was like, well, let's switch. I love it.
Because that's what best friends do.
That's what best friends do.
That's right.
So she switched her groom out with my groom. And yeah, and then holy matrimony, right? But I liked her groom because he gave quarters for the Miss Pac-Man machine.
Oh my God.
Hence my love.
And we know
Miss Pac-Man,
Miss Pac-Man.
right? So yeah, so Alicia and I shared a lot of things, and she's always been there for me. Whenever I need Alicia, when my mother had a stroke, Alicia came to my mother's house every morning until the evening to help us with my mother. Like she was there and has been there, and she was there. When my husband got ill, she was on the first flight from Philly to Dallas, and she's just been so instrumental in my healing, and just her love is just unconditional. Like, I don't. If we have an argument, it's like kiss, make up. All right, what we doing tomorrow? And she's very honest too. She's a very fair and honest person, and that's what I really, really love about Alicia. Wow. She lets you know when you're wrong, but she says it with sugar. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes she put a little tang in there, though. It can be a little bitter.
I was going to say, that makes you sound so awesome.
And she was my bridesmaid in my wedding, and I yours. So I was a matron of honor. So we share a lot of history. Mm-hmm. And speaking of someone that gives you sugar, Sherwanna gives you sugar too. Also being very sweet, endearing, nurturing, has always been there for me. And when we moved to Dallas, I guess when we met you, I think we were going on our second anniversary or third anniversary. And y'all know, as married women, like there's a gel and a mixture that happens, you're both single, you're kind of independent, but then when you get married, you kind of have that friction. Sherwanna gave me the best advice. She was like, the third year, Dana, I'm telling you, you just hang in that third year. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. I was like, Sherwanna, I don't know.
I know.
Do you remember?
And then I was like, and then just keep waiting. The fifth year, come on, it's gonna be okay.
We can do it.
So you're going to age every year.
Every year. But it was true. It was like that third year things clicked. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay, we're in a rhythm. This is good. Thank you. 24 years later, before his death, it was going strong. So thank you, Sherwanna, for that. But you've also always been that advisor for me, being able to bounce things off of. You're very honest, and you do it with that sweet voice. That sweet voice. Amira uses your tone like she would say, Aunt Sherwanna would say. And she uses your tone. I'm like, why do you have to use her tone when you say it?
Dana, you were my smart brain. You were the other part of my brain that I needed. In terms of wisdom. You say that I gave you, but no, I have to give that back over to you because you were always that wise voice. And even to this day, you always have a wonderful perspective. And I know that if I need to get wisdom, that you are a person that I could easily call. So I have to give that love right back at you.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. That's what friends are for. We're there for one another. Iron sharpen iron. That's what we're doing. And
that's right.
Yeah. And Sharron and I both volunteers for Chris Hill at the time in the youth department. Firehouse, it was called.
Well, we get our hands into.
Oh, and we had about 300 to 500 kids every Wednesday night.
Wow.
Wednesday night, Sunday.
Bible study, college prep. You did ushering, teaching ushers and all of that stuff, and we just gelled. Like all the volunteers would get together and like pray together or to just kind of encourage one another, and then we just started sharing events and birthdays, and y'all threw this 70s parties every year. And Z and I would try to go bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, Black Panther. We couldn't get past that Black Panther.
Z came as Black Panther. He was proud of it. And he was in that mode all night long.
To a T, with the afro and everything. Then black, everything was black. Shoe was black. Everything was black.
Exactly. And so, what do you remember, like meeting as we met? Out of all those people, we've still continued to be friends.
I think the most that stuck out is that I think because your husband and my husband and some of the guys hung around, and I think that's how we met. Was through our husbands too.
That's a common thread here, huh?
At the Potter's house,
right?
So I think the most that stuck out because we connected, we bonded, and we had did a whole lot of stuff, and then we did couple stuff. I think that's why we had a good relationship because whatever we did as a couple.
That's true.
So it was not we didn't have really too many single women. It was always like, and the ones we had single, we made them feel apart, but it was mostly because...
And we found them husbands. Right. Well, most of them.
Yeah, most of them. Well,
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still working on that third one. But I think that's what made our relationship good because we made sure that we had each other's back. I mean, whatever one, person went through, we all went through. So when we had challenges and stuff, and then we conversate all the time. And we did things together. And I think that's what made our relationship so strong.
That's true. And, I always said that within our circle, there's always someone within the circle that relate to another person that has something very similar happening, right? So you might have teenagers, or you can have college students, like like even right now you're talking about your college student Kanyatta, and Sherwanna has college student on College Bound, and whether someone's getting married or is having children or celebrating something, but you and I share something in common, which we both lost our spouse,
right?
And so it's like we have that pairing that we can connect to someone within our group. Even like outside of this group where you have other friends, but I like to see the commonalities, and I try to bring people around that share something with that other person, so you don't feel like you're the only one.
Right, because that person really understands what you're going through, even though you have friends and people say, I understand. It's not the same when you have that person actually went through that same thing, that really understand what you're going through, that you can call anytime. But we have been on the phone.
You and I have been on the phone. You've been great. I mean,
2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Exactly. Or even just during sickness, which hospital, where you at, as well as me, like for you, Dana, I need you up here. And we were there. I was there. So, but you were one of the first people I called because I needed to hear a common voice. Right. I needed someone that understood my pain at that time.
Right.
And I had other friends, thank God, but I had you, and you prayed with me, and you shared some things with me, that really helped me during that time. And you continue to. So,
not only me, but only you too, because you have actually, we're there for each other. And I think that's what makes our bond so much different. We're best friends, but we also have that widow situation where we can be like, girl, now you didn't tell me
this.
You forgot to tell me about this part.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like we're still going through, but it's good to have that somebody that, you can count on and be there for. And anytime when you need a pep, we'd be like, okay, Daddy, I'm going through. I need to hear something, some kind of word.
I need some encouragement to get me up. Right. Keep this smiling. And we also have similar personalities where we love our family, but we know the importance of us as an individual, that we have to evolve. We have to continue. So we joke, you and I joke a lot. We share a lot of stories. I mean, we have so much history, and we share a lot of stories together. And,
I think it's because we had the husband be like, oh, y'all go out.
Those crazy ones. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired of seeing your face.
Another thing we share.
What's that?
We got our first tattoos together. We did the crazy, y'all. We did the crazy. Sharron and I were like, we were feeling that 50 itch. And we're like, you know what? Let's go get tattoos.
But we had the husband be like, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You're not going to get it. But we got him.
Thank you, Sharron.
Oh, she said thank you.
You're so welcome.
Because I've been trying to get Alicia to get a tattoo, but she will not.
Come on, Alicia.
It took me some time too. They had to work me up too. It took
But at
some
least
time.
we didn't get anything silly that we're going to regret when we're 70 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, we definitely
I
wouldn't
was
with that.
so happy. I was so happy to know that Sharron was there with Dana to fulfill that spot.
Oh my God.
So thank you.
You're so welcome. That's what I'm here for.
They say once you get one, you want another one. So, I need to share that with a best friend too. Bestie. Okay. All right. So, Kanyatta. Near the K. Kanyatta. So Kanyatta and I met, y'all, when she represents the neighborhoods. Because I said, when I asked y'all to be a part of it, I was like, I don't want my other friends to think that I left them out, that I didn't think of them. I thought of everyone, but I said, these are great representatives of my friends. And y'all, so a lot of people say, you can call me anytime. But you four, when y'all say it, y'all really mean it. Like, it's not fake, it's real. And I have done it. Yeah. So I have exercised that. So I know it's a proven fact that y'all will answer. But Kanyatta and I met in our neighborhood, Grand Peninsula. We called ourselves the Housewives of Grand Peninsula. Our families were young and we did a lot of things together. We had a ladies' night where we watched a particular TV show, The Game. And we would watch it it was four of us.
Yeah.
And so each person would represent.
Host it like every week. I think it came on Tuesday. So 1 week would be my week. Another week would be yours. Another week the other two.
Yeah.
So.
And you had to supply refreshments and snacks. And we all had theater rooms, movie rooms. So you would host it up there. You put your kids to bed, or your husband would put them to bed, and we would have a great 2 hours of fun. And so Kanyatta and our relationship grew, but at first you wasn't feeling friends. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Yeah, but you kind of was like, oh,
I'm done with everybody.
I'm done with friends.
I don't want friends.
So we were at the pool, and one of our mutual friends introduced us, and she was like, hi.
That was it. You ain't getting nothing else from me. Hey.
Hi. Had on her shades and everything. She basking in the sun, but y'all know me. I'm like, so what's your name? Where you from? What you do? Who's your kids? Who are you married to? How long have you been here?
I mean, for real.
I went to Alicia. I visited back in the day. Like, does you want to be my friend?
So in my mind, I was like, dang, she really need a friend. Does this lady have a friend? Yeah. When you did that, I was like, okay, I don't know. But then
That was the West Philadelphia.
That's right. Right.
It was. And every time we saw each other, because it took a moment, like the other friend would always invite me. And I would always see you. You always talk to me.
Yep.
I wasn't talking to nobody.
Hey girl, how was your day? What you do today? What dog did you see today? Blah, 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 right? It was just constant. But you know what? Another thing that brought us together was a dog. A stray dog would always end up on my porch. I lived on the corner. I had at least two stray dogs end up on my porch. So who do I call? Oh, that light-skinned girl. She's a vet technician. Let me give her a call. And you would come down.
That was funny though, right? You call and I'm like right there.
Yeah, I was on my way to work. I can come by. I can swing by and get the dog. And you checking the dog, and I'm like, wait, it's an aggressive dog. It looks. You're like, it ain't aggressive. Come here. She grabbed it by its mouth. I was like, dang, she is like Philly and on down. I'm like, I ain't never see a woman like handle a dog like that. Like, it was a stray, strange dog, and this thing, like, he was like growling at me.
Yeah.
And you walked up to him, you like, come here. You grabbed him by his face and his mouth. You're like, oh, he's about this age. He's about to, and you're like, oh, he's you knew his breed and all this stuff and how long he possibly been outside.
And that's funny that's how our conversation started over a dog or animal. So,
and you put him in your truck and you took him to work.
Yep. But that's a little bit about my personality too. So, and I told you too, I was like, look, if you call me, if it's anything to, have to do anything with an animal or your children, I'm there.
Right.
So, then we started building a friendship after that.
Yeah, I planted another dog on my porch.
Yeah, that's what you did. I was like, why is all these dogs always ending up on your porch?
Always on my porch.
What is wrong? So then, that's kind of how it slowly developed.
But I should be mad at you over a dog.
Oh, no.
Let's talk about that. No, let's talk about that. Okay, so I told my late husband that I wanted a small dog. Amira needs a small dog, Erica, and then moved out. Let's get a dog for Amira so she can have a companion. No, nice little white, little furry thing. I explained this all. He said, no, we don't need a dog because I'm going to end up walking the dog. I'm going to end up feeding the dog. It's going to be my responsibility. I said, not a small dog. We can take care of it. Probably like 2 months later, he shows up with a black lab puppy. That lab,
adorable.
Alicia, it's not funny. That lab puppy went from probably 5 pounds to 95 pounds in 2 months.
Yeah. I literally don't remember when Max was little.
Right. And then when he told me, well, I asked Kanyatta. What's the best family dog? A dog that wouldn't be too aggressive, but would take to the family, would look, is good around children, and this, that, and the other, and good temperament.
Okay, but wait a minute. Isn't that what Max is, though?
I guess
so. Okay.
Yeah.
Now finish.
I guess so. But it's not a little small dog, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when he told me Kanyatta suggested a lab, I called him. I said, didn't I tell you I like Yorkies and German Shepherds?
Let me tell you something though. I said that to him, and I said, the lab is cute, and I said, yes, it is a family dog, so yes, it did check everything that he asked. I said, but don't you think Dana might want a Yorkie or a German Shepherd? He was like, no, I want a family dog. So I was like, okay, well, seems like your mind's made up, but you came and got advice. You asked me.
He bulldozed, supersized it. He always supersized my dreams. That's what happened.
So I was like, okay,
that's what happened. See, what happened was we've always had the little tiny dogs. We had Tirza, which was a Cocker Spaniel, right?
Yep.
It was a female. So and we had all females in the house. So he wanted an alpha male something, and so he got the black lab.
So this was like I kind of
Alicia said, yeah.
He really wanted the lab, and then when he showed me the picture, I was like, Oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute. He's so big.
He's so big.
And he leaves behind
And-
big stuff too
Yeah.
for us to pick up.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I guess I'll own up to my part in that.
But you're sweet, and thank you for helping us find our family dog. Some now 15 years later, Max still is running the
And he
house.
loves me.
Yes, he does. Oh, because you started calling him handsome. And when you called him handsome, he just instantly thought he was your boyfriend. And he looked at, when you get around, he goes crazy.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. He needs to be cut and snipped. But anyway, but Kanyatta has the most precious personality. Is so giving, sometimes sacrificially. Like, I was able to call Kanyatta at like 2, 3, 4 a.m. to be there when we needed her. And without any like hesitation or argue, like she was there. Like, I don't even know I'm that committed to anything. But like really, you know, and we affectionately call her Nana K. And Amira continues to call you Nana K, but you're so special in our family and in our lives, and you're just amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You're just amazing.
Thank you.
You're a rock star. So ladies, let me go around real quick, you know, and just ask y'all, what's friendship to you?
You said, what is friendship?
Yeah, what does friendship, when you think of friendship, what do you think of?
I think of just an unconditional relationship. I mean, I feel that even if I don't speak to a person for a while, that we literally pick up where we left off. We know each other. We know each other's heart. You can complete each other's sentences and each other's thoughts. I don't know, there's a level of intimacy that is priceless, you know, and it's someone that you cherish, they cherish you, they cherish your family. And to your point, just with, like you were describing Kanyatta, but it's someone that you can pick up the phone at any time and you know that they are there for you. So that's how I view friendship. It's a trusting relationship.
Wow.
Well, to piggyback and to agree with what Sherwanna is saying, is that friendship that regardless of us not being together, you know, each and every day or even talking every day, but I can still pick that phone up and say, you know what, I can call my friend and still pick up where we left off. And we talked about how you and I met, Dana, but there was other, you know, women in our circle growing up. And they, you know, branched off. They didn't stay like Dana said. I remember even one of her cousins seeing us on the picture together. I had came to Texas to visit, and she was like, "Dad, y'all still friends?" You know, so that friendship, that long-lasting thing, that friendship that feels like a sister. You know, that they have that sisterhood to me, and knowing that we have each other back. You know, knowing that we don't have to get jealous or anything because another friend is around, because you already know your place as that friend.
Right.
You know, that's what friendship is to me. Just that connection, that tightness, that sisterhood.
Wow. I agree.
Well, friendship, to me, you know, it took a while for me to actually trust and to allow anybody to be my friend. But it's like a sister, and especially a person that holds you accountable. It's that loyalty, that trust, that genuine, that you can always, or they'll always be there for you. You know it. Not, you know, it's anytime, pretty much like Sherwanna said and Alicia said. Anytime we call, we know, you know, that you will be there for us, vice versa. Friendship is just, it's just that. It's just that sister.
I see friendship as an unconditional, as a person being unconditional love for you. They can tell you something in meanings, but you know it's out of love. That's what I call unconditional love. Because you know they, even though they send it to you and you take it wrong, but you know from their heart, you know, oh, okay, she just sent it out of love. But can you do it in a little bit nicer way when you try to tell me off? When no one else says they're, you know, has your back, you know that person's gonna have your back regardless of what you go through or whatever situation or how mad you get with each other. Like you said, you can always say, oh girl, we over this. What you want to do today?
Right. Right.
I consider that an unconditional love.
Wow. I agree with all of it. Y'all giving me, you got one more thing you say? One more thing. Go on. Jump in there.
Yeah, so also a person is able to tell you the truth despite if it is going to hurt you or not. And you know, you'll be able to take it. Like, you don't want anybody just telling you, you know, stuff that you want to hear. You want that person to be able to tell you the truth, and you say, you know what, you're right.
Right.
They stay true to who they are.
Right.
They don't change. They're genuine. So.
Right. Yeah. What you're saying, y'all making me cry right now.
You need a tissue.
I know. But what you just said, it makes me think about Sarita Jakes. She said, when you see a woman who's wearing something that is not complimentary of their body or their type, she says they didn't have a mirror or a friend.
Right.
They either don't have a mirror or a friend. And I think that's definitely...
That's so good.
Isn't that good? This is my second time holding her this on this podcast. But because it's very true. And I look at all of you guys that way, and I trust you. I trust you with holding me accountable. Some people... you can't really trust that with, you know, that level of friendship because they do it in a harmful way to put you down. But I know when it comes from the four of you, it's coming out of love and it's genuine, and I need to be checked.
Right.
You know, you're reeling me back in from something. I love it. I remember I can remember things that each one of you have said to me, like something that has touched me, something that I would have expected maybe someone else closer, like, you know, I don't know. But you guys like say things to me that I remember, like, you know, when I lost my husband, I remember something Sherwanna said to me that was very, very significant. Everyone else had left. Everyone else had gone to y'all, you know, y'all left momentarily because y'all was here all the time. But Sherwanna said something to me that stuck with me, and she said, she said, are you gonna be okay? Are you okay financially? Right? That came from a place that she wanted to know that because she's in a place to help, and she would be in a place to help. You know what I mean? It wasn't a place of trying to get in your business, but she wanted to know how her sister was,
right,
and how her sister family would be.
Right.
And you know, you guys have said things to me that, that has helped me, and I remember you guys, and not just in the sad times, but also, you know, during those times before I walked down the aisle, Alicia said something to me, and that stuck with me, you know, 20-something years later. And, you know, Kanyatta in the middle of the night when she shows up, when I have to call her, or Sharron, you know, throughout this period, y'all have been amazing for me.
Thank you.
Amazing for me. And I'm able to smile and stand because I know y'all have my back, and you've always had my back.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think Kanyatta practically moved in my house because she didn't want me to be alone.
Yes.
Despite her having family, but she was here every time I looked up. And Alicia, I'm like, you got to get home because you got things to take care of. You all the way in Philadelphia. And then, you know, like Sherwanna, man, her family, from the moment I said things aren't looking good, they were like, we're on the road.
No hesitation.
And they live in Virginia to Texas. And actually, they were like, no, we're flying. We're flying. And then I got a call, no, we're driving because all the kids want to come. You know what I mean? And so y'all are, and that was during COVID, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was during COVID where family was like, I can't drive. I don't want to be around people. Y'all are my family, right? Beyond friendship. So, ladies, let's take it back up because y'all made me cry. You got water coming from everywhere. I don't want to do this. So, woo. Okay. So I'm gonna do a quick rapid fire questions. Okay. If it is you or you know someone within the group, or it could be me. Say it. Name it and claim it. And if you got a story behind it to back it up, I want to hear it. Okay? All right. First question. Who's most likely to cry during a love story or Hallmark movie?
Dana.
I'm sitting there like, I don't think Dana.
That was just too easy.
And Dana, I'm right behind you.
Yes, you are.
Because I was like, okay.
Wait, it's Sherwanna, I was going to say you as well.
Yeah. We go. Yes. At the job. As soon as that snow start falling, y'all, on that the holiday, I'm crying. Okay. All right, I'll accept that. Who's most likely to leave early to go to bed? Who's leaving early?
Alicia.
I got 3 of y'all. Okay, no. Alicia, number 1. Alicia and Sherwanna. Okay, Sherwanna eyes start closing at about 9 o'clock. They're red. She ready to go to sleep. And she gonna go to sleep while she's talking to you. Her eyes are closed, but she's still talking. Sitting on the sofa. Okay?
And be
Sherwanna.
careful of what I'm saying at that time, because it might come out the wrong way.
Right, yes. And you're still talking to her. You're still in the conversation, but your eyes are closed. Okay, Alicia is leaving early. She's not staying long. I forced Alicia to stay. Alicia is the purpose, y'all, that the people in the room that y'all suffer from. We're not leaving until 12 o'clock. You know the rule when we're out? We ain't leaving until 12 o'clock, midnight. Alicia, because I have to force her to stay. We call it what is it called, Alicia? What's our group called?
The after party crew.
The after party crew, yeah. So when I'm in Philly, we have an after party crew because of that. Because she likes to leave early. Sharron? No, but lately Sharron was staying until 12.
Okay.
I usually stay.
Yeah, you do stay.
Matter of fact, she out. She'd be out. We'd be in.
Oh, that's right.
Sharron dating again.
You do.
Okay.
You do.
Well, you do your business. Okay, number 3. Who's most likely to jump a line because they're impatient or because they're just boss lady? If it sounds like you.
Dana and Kanyatta.
Nope. You know who it is?
Alicia.
Sherwanna.
Really?
What?
I can only laugh.
That's why she laughing so hard.
Okay.
Y'all?
Really?
I thought she was going to get me beat up in D.C.
I didn't even think she was.
We were going to the African American Museum. And it was a long line. Although we had, I'm saying in air quotes, Sherwanna, we had reservations. It was a long line. Sherwanna had her grandbaby in the stroller. She strolled right past that long line of people. And all of us, her daughters, some church friends, we like stepped back. We started talking to the people in the crowd. We like, do you guys have tickets? We're just trying to like soften. They were like, oh no, you can go ahead. We see the lady you with. You can go. I was not trying to get beat up in DC. She strolled all the way up to the front as if she did not see anybody in the line.
Oh my gosh. But she was able to get away with it because she was pushing that baby, right?
What you say?
You were so nice. But I wasn't trying to be mean or rude or anything. I just assumed that there was a place up front for us because of, the fact that we have reservations.
them. But you know what? No one said anything to this woman. She was like full speed ahead. It was comical. I was like, my mouth looked like.
She got passed because it was that baby that got her through.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it was her attitude. I mean, it was like, because she's just like, look, I'm confident with this. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's probably why the people were just so shocked, because I was just walking like I knew where I was going.
Yes,
That
boldness. It was bold. It was boldness, girl. The guys are walking
That
boldness.
was bad.
I remember one woman
I
said,
guess it wouldn't have been so bad had we not had the wrong reservations around that. That would have been like.
now why are you telling people business? All right, Sherwanna, that's our time. No. That wasn't the question. Okay. Who's most likely to send their food or drink back to the kitchen?
Not
I'm gonna own that.
Kanyatta.
No. Kenyatta.
Yes, I will. Every single.
I done it once.
What? But you do it for a reason.
I do it
You do it
all
because
the
it's
time.
wrong. She does it all the time because she likes your food better than hers. That is not a reason to send food back.
Yes, it is. You can do it.
You be like, can I taste yours? Oh, that tastes much better. I don't want this.
Waitress, can you take this back? I don't like this.
You did do that on a drink too.
A
I
drink.
will do it. Yes.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
No, stop.
And you know what I say to the waitress and them? Ma'am, I'm so polite, ma'am. As soon as you have mine made, you can bring it right out.
First.
Because I don't want anything special in there because you done made them mad.
No, I'm nice about it.
You're very nice, but you can't, Kenyatta. You cannot send your food
It's
back.
my right.
Because somebody else's food look or taste better.
It wasn't up to par.
You gotta read the ingredients too. Look at the
do.
ingredients. And you also tell them if you order a Louisiana dish,
Yes, I do.
you be like, this not real gumbo. This not real. This don't taste like mama. Because your mama ain't in the kitchen.
Oh, my.
Your daddy ain't in the kitchen. Girl.
I need authentic stuff. Don't be putting ingredients and stuff on the menu and it's, I have a certain taste, and if it doesn't come out tasting like that, then I'm gonna taste yours. And if it tastes kind of close to what I'm used to, then I'm gonna send it back.
I'm gonna send it back.
Yeah, it's all right. You can do that.
She sends it back so much that she looks at, I know when it's coming, she looks at me and she goes, you're gonna be mad, aren't you? I'm like, yes.
I'm a food connoisseur, okay?
Okay.
So my food gotta be
You
up to
just
par.
need a job in that kitchen. That's what you need.
No, it's gonna be right every time.
Okay. Number 5. If someone's giving me trouble, no questions asked, all you're saying is, I'm driving. Who's that?
I'm gonna say me. Kanyatta. Yes, I am. Who else? Alicia? You?
Yeah.
I sure will.
You too, Sharron?
Ride or die.
Ride it down.
We say that all the time though.
What's okay? Because we got South Dallas in the house.
We got
South Dallas. See, I be forgetting that.
What's that? Will Smith and Norton.
Bad boys.
Bad boys.
Bad
Oh,
boys
Bad
for
Boys
life.
for life.
Bad
All
boys
right.
for life.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that's all 3 of y'all. But then I know who this person. It's 2 people. This is the last question. This person wants to say before they say let's ride. Let's pray before we leave, before we respond. Who's that?
Shawana.
Sherwanna.
Sherwanna.
I got it right. Maybe they didn't mean that. Maybe you misunderstood.
I think these questions or these statements are unfairly creative. Let's see, where do you get these from?
It's that's because I know my friends. I know my friends. It is all of y'all. Sharron be like, maybe you misunderstood. Did you hear them? Were they having a bad day? Maybe they were having a bad day. I'm like, no, I heard them. They said. Well, did you try to call them first? No, I'm not calling them. No, we are in discussion.
Oh, wow.
Well, before you write them off, I'm like, come on. Can you be mad with me? Like, be mad with me. Well, I'm gonna put them on my prayer list.
What's that say? Action first, pray later.
Right. Yes, that's y'all. Y'all are so awesome. I'm so glad y'all joined me on this podcast, and I wanted something special for Mother's Day, but not the typical Mother's Day. Like, this is what Mother's Day means to me. But you all are mothers, and you're all individuals, and you guys have these wonderful lives in different dynamics going on, and on the podcast we call our listeners peakers, right? Because as widows or as individuals, we're evolving constantly. You know, we went from being married and then children, and then our children are getting older and they're growing independent of us, and so we're becoming now like, yo, this is scary. We're becoming like empty nesters almost. I think I have the youngest out of this circle. I
think so.
So I have 2 more years before mine go off to college, and we're gonna be empty nesters together, right? And so we've gone through. Yeah, I know men have these midlife crises and things like that, but we evolve in a different way where we don't do crazy stuff like go out and buy a sports car or a motorcycle. But share with me, like, before we leave, like, what's your next level? What are you seeing yourself evolve to? And more importantly, where are you peaking? Like, what's your peak? Have you peaked? Are you peaking? Are you seeking to peak? I don't know. But like what's going on with y'all?
Right. Okay.
Okay.
You don't think you
I
peaked?
was going to say, I think I'm peaking.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that I'm peaking. I haven't peaked, but I am peaking. I have been working with children for over 30 plus years. Mm-hmm. And so my new adventure that I am soon going to be starting is going to school. I'm supposed to be going this week to handle that, and signing up to do CNA, and then transferring over to PTA. I kind of like gotten interested in wanting to go into that field with taking care of my dad, whom I lost to dementia, as well as my husband. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mention that before. I am a married woman. But my husband, being he was ill at one time, and being able to help him out. So I kind of took on the interest of, going into that field to take care of others.
Awesome. Let me give you some applause there.
Leaving the babies real soon. That's my new adventure.
Go, Alicia. Go, Alicia. Kanyatta?
Yeah. I think I'm peaking. With just the career change, getting ready for that new part of my life. I feel like I'm kind of in the second stage of my life. Yeah. I have actually a lot going on with being an empty nester, the career change, being at work for 5 years, transitioning to working with people. And then I just see myself continuing to peak. I don't want to, I want to keep peaking for a while. There's a lot that I want to continue to do. Just I love learning, so I'm always researching and Googling and learning
Google
things.
Queen. Yes, she is.
So I don't never think you're too
Google
old.
University.
Right. I don't think you're too old to, like there's not a point where you should stop learning. So I like reaching for, just different things. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
If I feel like I can do it, I might try it. And if I like it, I'll continue it. So just in that aspect, I'm peaking and I love it. And I'm all about fun and excitement. So, when I do this flight attendant thing, I'm going to be all over the place.
Yes.
Dana.
Yes.
Sharron, get ready.
Yes. And I still got my benefits. So
That's right.
Hey, I'm on that plane with you.
Okay.
Let me give you some applause.
Yay.
It's like a rap battle. Who's next? Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Originally, I said I'm not picking because I want to still, I guess, because single life, I'm adjusting to being single, adjusting to emptiness.
Yeah.
So when I say not picking, I mean as in I still want to do a whole lot of stuff. I still want to do cruise. We talked about the cruise.
Traveling. Oh, that's
traveling.
right. You have a new passport. Let's get some countries on there. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I mean by peaking.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of stuff I still want to do, and a lot of stuff that I said I was going to do, but this time I would actually do it. Because then I have these friends that's going to make sure that I do it. But
I'm going to make sure, because I was on you about that passport. Did you get that passport?
Okay.
Where's that passport? No, you got the paper. You got to send the paper
Okay,
in. Do you
sis.
have the money with it? You need a check. Okay, you got your picture? Go get your picture done. I was definitely on you about that passport.
non-stop. So
Yes.
I got that passport, and I'm ready to travel.
Okay.
Do some things.
That's all. The top of one mountain is actually the bottom of another. So you're peaking and you're evolving and you're continuing to climb. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
No limits.
All right.
That's it.
I like
My sisters gave some incredible responses. So I think for me, I'm enjoying the phase that I'm in. So it's like multiple phases, but the one is just with family and with, I was traveling, God knows, all the time still am, but it was really like intense pre-COVID. And so for me, this next phase is like really watching and being intentional and having many different conversations with my children and making sure that I'm pouring into them. With the grandchildren and just enjoying spending that quality time with them and doing things with Ian and just like really being intentional with visiting my aunts and uncles and, just different ones that are in that, they're in their 80s, my in-laws, all those folks. So for me, it's really being intentional with family, with my friendships, spending some quality time with friends, and visiting people, that I haven't seen in a minute. So that's one phase. The other phase is career, so I've never stopped, continuing, to grow and do great things there, even working on my PMP certification. And then the other phase is with my mother, being intentional with her and doing some things that I know has been a passion for her, and she's continuing to pour into me. And, we're starting this business, A Catalyst for Change, and we're launching that. And we're working on a little talk show ourselves with, Let's Talk About It. And just really for me, it's all about being intentional right now and making progress, in those areas that I have a passion for. And it's no longer just about others, although it's continuing, that'll never stop. But it's also now me being intentional with myself and taking time for Sherwanna and what does Sherwanna love and what does Sherwanna want, and where does Sherwanna want to travel, not just because the job center there, but where does Sherwanna want to go and visit and just enjoy life. So I'm just in that place of, we've seen a lot of loss, and so now I'm in that place of, let's just enjoy life.
Right. Oh, wow. I love that. I love all of your answers. And Sherwanna, also that trip, remember the trip with Dana?
Yes, we still have to get that.
Trip.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Just as long as I get on that intentional list. That's all I just want to be on.
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. I love you ladies. Thank you so much for being my friends, Thank you for pouring into me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your lives. I do not take your friendship for granted. I did want to ask this question, and I feel like I need to. Like, how do y'all feel about women that, I hate getting to a close and then I have this
It's okay,
epiphany.
though.
But what do y'all think about people who, like, just real quick, like, say that they don't have girlfriends? That scares me sometimes because I don't know what life would look like without y'all. So when people say I don't have girlfriends, I don't get along with people. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, every now and again. Yeah.
And your heart hurts for them. You feel bad for them.
It does.
It does. Because they don't have this.
Yeah.
Right. They don't know what they're missing out on.
They are missing out on a lot.
Yeah. And
I agree.
that's not probably normal.
Right. Because who else better to relate to me than a female?
A female. Right. So it's important to have a circle of friends. And I think a long time ago, just in my teenage years, things happen. You try to learn to make friends, and then happen where you always falling out with friends. But just learn. You learn to choose your friends wisely. And so even if you have those battles with certain females, that don't mean all females are like that. So you just take the time to find a friend that's genuine and that's kind of on your level.
Right.
But you need friends.
I love it. And it says, and research says you live longer.
There you go.
So ladies, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast. Please be blessed. Show yourself friendly, right?
Yes, always.
Love you.
Love you, ladies.
Love
too.
Love you.
Love you more. I got you.
Thanks for listening to Widow's Peak. For extended conversation, head over to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to get alerts and sneak peeks on upcoming topics. Don't forget to like and share this podcast with your family and friends. Until next time, life is precious, and so are you.